up, fight fans? It's your man 3K the Boss, aka Mr. Two Hands Up. You know what it is. Okay, so Andy Ruiz has taken to Twitter and he said he is not fighting in the UK. It's a hashtag, it's a setup. Now, Andy Ruiz is saying this after he finds out that Dillian Whyte has tested for a banned substance. Now, my whole thing about this situation is, you should reserve your opinion until you know all of the facts. And in this situation, I do not believe that Andy Ruiz knows all of the facts, considering that it being today that we're just finding out the information. And this is another thing: if UCAD is already did testing, and he has found out that he has popped for a banned substance, but if they proceeded to let Dillian Whyte go ahead and fight, then why would they let him proceed to fight, is what I'm saying. Because VADA testing is the most important. And VADA is responsible for working hand in hand with the WBC. And with him working with the WBC and working with VADA, if VADA proceeded to let him go on with the fight, I really don't think it is a big deal. And like I said, when it comes to matters like this, when you're talking about banned substances and you're talking about putting dirt on another individual's name due to a tainted substance, you should wait for all of the facts. Now, my problem with Andy Ruiz is this: he keeps making all of this statement saying he won't take the fight in the UK, he is not willing to do so, and now you're talking about it's a setup. Well, what information were you privy to, Andy Ruiz, that the rest of the public didn't get? Because I'm pretty sure we're all hearing the same information on equal footing and on equal terms. And considering the fact that when you fought Anthony Joshua at Madison Square Garden on June 1st, you knocked him down. You knocked him down 4 times. You knocked him out. You won the match. You won all of the belts. Now, a ring is a ring. Whether I place it in my backyard, whether we place it at Madison Square Garden, whether we place it in Africa, whether we place it on the moon, a ring is a ring. And in your profession, in heavyweight boxing, you aspire to knock people out, to put on a spectacular showing, and to prove that you are the best in the world. Well, if you, like you say, feel as though Anthony Joshua is robotic, you feel as though you can't box, you feel as though Deontay Wilder would piece him up, you've already pieced him up, you went on your campaign speaking on his lackluster skill set and ability. Why are you so fearful of going over to the UK and feel like you would get screwed over? Because the recent history shows that the WBC, the PBC, and the powers that be have been screwing people over on American soil time and time again. I mean, if we just look back at Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder's last bout, clearly Tyson Fury won that match 8-4, if you count the knockdowns as 10-8 rounds, because let's be perfectly honest here, those are the only things Deontay Wilder has done. So Andy Ruiz is blowing hot air once again. And and it keeps making me beg the question: is Andy Ruiz that smart? Because it seems like he's sipping the same idiot juice that Deontay Wilder was sipping. Because, like I said, if you won the match by knockout, what is preventing you to go to the UK once again? And also, you've already signed your name on a contract. You made yourself available for the first fight, so you need to make yourself available since they activated the rematch clause, or you're going to be sued up to your neck and won't have a thing left to show for it. And the only thing left on your legacy is that you're Mexican's broke heavyweight champion. Because the management team, the promotional team, and the legal team that is behind Anthony Joshua is going to sue you, and they are going to take you to the cleaners. And those powerful individuals that are behind him and with his litigation are going to make sure that you will not see the inside of the ring again unless this situation is ironed out. And the only way this situation will be ironed out is if you jump in the boxing ring. So I'm just going to say this: Andy Ruiz, shut up. Let the big boys do the talking. And I suggest that you receive your information with open ears and an open mind and a shut mouth, and understand what is truly taking place before you blindly and so ignorantly and arrogantly say something is a setup, something is going wrong, and someone is out to get you. Because the only person I see out to get anyone here is someone is out to get Dillian Whyte. Because it seems every time Deontay Wilder has a match and how long they have tried to blow off of Dillian Whyte, that, hey, someone is always testing for something when it has to do with Deontay Wilder. And he's fought everybody else under those enhanced medications. So why won't you fight Dillian Whyte? And I am not saying Dillian Whyte is guilty of anything. And it is my job to bring you the boxing news. And you are a boxer, sir, so you shouldn't be saying anything is a setup or you're against fighting in the UK, because it has absolutely nothing to do with you. And you went over to New Zealand, you left everything in the hands of the judges, and you lost that fight. Point blank, period. So, as far as the things that you're saying, I really think that you should say things with a little bit more substance and, once again, well thought through and with an educated tongue. Because regardless of wherever you're told to fight, when they say jump, your response is going to be how high, due to the ink that is still drying on the contract, sir. So that's all I got for you guys today. Andrew Ruiz is constantly coming out, putting his foot in his mouth. Hey, we already heard him say on the PBC the night of the Manny Pacquiao fight, when he was doing punditry work, that hey, him and Deontay Wilder are on the same team. This is not a team sport. It is combat sports. You are not on a team with anyone. So if you think you're being set up, I beg to differ. Man, well, that's the boss. It always costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. And as always, respect, respect, respect. And there's an old saying, you should believe half of what you see, none of what you hear. And we know that you haven't heard shit, because the rest of the world hasn't heard shit.